Everything you've believed in is about to shatter. Love has deceived you, and you accepted every deception. This isn't just another celestial movement. When Venus transitions into Pisces around March 26, emotional facades will crumble, and reality will strike with brutal force. Here's what's crucial. Even before its official arrival, we're already sensing its influence. This energetic shift is so intense, so irrefutable, that it will impact you regardless of your beliefs. The veil of illusion is dissolving. Some will experience profound, life-altering revelations. Others will resist, reject, and attempt to escape. But transformation is inevitable for everyone. And there's a particular aspect of your being that's on the brink of transformation. While it will be glaringly apparent to those around you, you'll remain oblivious to it. Stay tuned, because this transformation will revolutionize how others respond to you. I'll elaborate on this later, so don't go anywhere. First, let's unveil the greatest spiritual deception you've been told about soulmates. Yes, it will be painful. The concept of soulmates you've embraced is built on falsehood. Society has conditioned us to believe in the existence of one perfect individual destined for us. But what if this isn't reality? What if soulmates aren't meant to be permanent fixtures? What if their true purpose is to catalyze our awakening? In the coming weeks, many will experience a spiritual transformation in their relationships. Someone you believed was your eternal partner might begin to see through the facade. Conversely, someone you previously dismissed might suddenly become inexplicably significant. This Venus retrograde in Pisces isn't about discovering your destined partner. It's about reclaiming the pieces of yourself you surrendered in love's name. Once this realization dawns, everything transforms. But here's the unexpected element. This energy isn't merely revealing truth, it's evaluating you. Most will fail without realizing it. The universe's tests aren't meant to break you. They're designed to reveal your persistent beliefs. Though Venus hasn't yet entered Pisces, its influence is already palpable. A subtle magnetism, a profound stirring within. It's gentle but unmistakable, like a fundamental shift in love's very essence. Venus retrograde's movement into Pisces transcends ordinary astrological phenomena. It's a spiritual evaluation. The universe observes, not to condemn, but to assess your growth. Ancient patterns are resurfacing. There's an uncanny tendency to believe in someone's idealized version, even when that version never existed. The boundary between authentic love and illusion has never been more permeable. Some will be so captivated by fantasy that they'll willingly blind themselves to reality. This marks the beginning of the test. Will you succumb to familiar patterns, confusing yearning with love, or will you finally perceive truth? This extends beyond romantic relationships. It's about spiritual evolution, about managing beauty, attraction, and desire. When the universe simultaneously presents both dream and caution, some will falter. They'll pursue illusions, lose themselves in longing, embrace deception. Others will emerge with clarity, permanently escaping the fog. That's when deeper transformations begin, because once illusions dissolve, something else emerges. It transcends love. When reality becomes overwhelming, the soul seeks escape. Currently, the atmospheric energy is drawing people into an unusual form of withdrawal. But this isn't merely about solitude. It's about the desire to vanish completely. This manifests differently for everyone. Some will immerse themselves in nostalgia, replaying memories as if the past were malleable. Others will lose themselves in distractions, endlessly consuming content, seeking dopamine wherever possible. For some, the pull toward emotional detachment will be dangerously compelling. Monitor yourself. If you suddenly feel compelled to disconnect from everyone, abandon responsibilities, or escape into an alternate reality, that's Pisces' influence. This energy makes everything feel ethereal, indistinct, surreal. It creates a desire to drift away and forget. However, here's the revelation. Escape isn't inherently negative. When properly channeled, this could be your most creatively fertile period. This is the energy of creation, imagination, and vision. This is when inspiration flows from unseen dimensions. So if withdrawal calls, don't surrender to numbness. Transform it into creation. Write, paint, create, meditate. Let your mind wander not into emptiness, but into meaning. This transit can submerge you if you're careless, but with proper utilization, it can elevate you to greater heights. Not all heartbreaks are catastrophes. Some are disguised liberations. Currently, something in your romantic life is unfolding. If your heart feels like it's breaking, that's because it is. But that's intentional. Venus retrograde in Pisces isn't here to destroy love. It's here to destroy illusion. It's dissolving false narratives you've constructed about relationships, soulmates, and your conception of love. That's why some experience this transit as loss. A seemingly unshakable relationship suddenly feels unstable. Someone you believed was your destiny feels distant, or perhaps nothing's visibly changing, but internally, there's a persistent sensation of shift. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If something's ending now, it's because it was never truly aligned. It was built on illusion, projection, fantasy, and Venus in Pisces doesn't preserve illusions. But don't interpret this as punishment. This is sacred destruction, the kind that creates space for something superior. Some will resist. They'll attempt repairs, convince themselves it's temporary, that love demands fighting. But deep down, you recognize the difference between fighting for love and clinging to wreckage. If something or someone is slipping away now, allow it. Because beyond this heartbreak lies freedom. The kind of freedom that realigns your soul with its authentic path. The real danger isn't in releasing. It's in clutching something that was never real. Sometimes we don't miss people. We miss who we were with them. Something extraordinary approaches. In the coming days, you might experience renewed feelings for someone. But before acting, before reaching out, question yourself. Are you in love with them or your memory of them? Venus in Pisces resembles emotional time travel. It blurs temporal boundaries, making nostalgia as vivid as present reality. Old emotions resurface. Former partners suddenly seem irresistible. A long-forgotten name surfaces, triggering unexpected heartache. It feels like divine intervention. But is it? Or is your mind yearning for a love that no longer exists? Because here's the unspoken truth. Sometimes the person you're missing no longer exists. Perhaps they've evolved. Perhaps you have. Perhaps what you shared was meant for that specific moment in time. But nostalgia is seductive. It romanticizes the past while ignoring the present. It can make you chase phantoms. For some, this initiates another cycle. The messages, the yearning, the emotional repetition. But for others, this marks the cycle's end. Because not every love story needs continuation. Some exist solely to show you who you were and who you've outgrown. So before losing yourself in the past, question, is this love or a memory refusing to release? Not everyone drowning seeks rescue. Some merely seek companionship in the depths. Something within you is about to activate. A feeling, an instinct, an overwhelming urge to rescue someone. Perhaps it's a struggling ex, a friend with consistent poor choices in relationships, a stranger whose pain you sense before they speak. Suddenly, their suffering feels like your responsibility. That's the trap. Pisces' energy dissolves boundaries. It intensifies compassion until it becomes consumption. You don't merely care, you absorb. And suddenly, you're not helping. You're drowning alongside them. Exercise caution. Not all love heals. This transit is where people mistake codependency for connection. They embrace the savior role, believing they're helping, while being drawn into another's chaos. Here's the challenging part. Some will call it destiny. They'll believe this person was divinely sent, that they alone can heal them, that sufficient love will illuminate their path. But Pisces' greatest illusion is believing love alone can heal someone. It can't, because without personal desire for healing, transformation is impossible. Regardless of your love's intensity, regardless of how much you sacrifice, some people don't want salvation. They simply don't want to suffer alone. Love without self-sacrifice, because those truly meant for your life won't require your blood. If you ignore this lesson now, if you fail to establish boundaries, Venus in Pisces will teach you painfully. Energy never lies. People sense you before words are spoken. Remember the mentioned change, so obvious to others yet invisible to you. This is it. Venus governs your magnetic field, how people perceive you, feel you, respond to you. As Venus enters Pisces, your energy becomes fluid, absorbing, expansive. People will observe you longer, notice you differently. Some will feel inexplicably drawn to you, as if you've suddenly become familiar. Others might feel strangely intimidated, repelled, as if you're reflecting something they're unprepared to face. And you might remain unaware of these changes. Because this transcends appearance, it's about your frequency, the energy you emit before speaking. And currently, that energy resonates loudly. Pisces makes you unconsciously magnetic. It amplifies your essence. But here's the warning. Your energy is also absorbent. Without intention and protection, you might absorb everything. Others' emotions, projections, chaos. Maintain clarity. Stay grounded. Don't let inappropriate influences shape your field, because others' reactions now reflect what you're emanating. If you perpetually seek love externally, you'll never find it. This entire retrograde serves as an illusion-clearing mirror. It's removing false love, stripping away layers of longing, projection, romanticized pain. It's forcing confrontation with the one person you've most avoided, yourself. Here's the truth. The love you've sought, the love you believe will complete you, the love you're certain awaits, was always within you. But here's the discomfort. Most fear this truth. Most fear their reflection. That's why they chase, why they pour themselves into unrequited love, why they accept almost instead of demanding certainty. Because searching is easier than sitting with yourself and asking, what if I was always enough? That's Venus in Pisces' revelation. The illusion of love, your self-created narratives, your confusion of longing with destiny. It's inverting everything you thought you understood about connection. This is the gateway. This is where you either cling to illusion or embrace truth. And if you choose truth, if you choose yourself, that's when authentic love finds you. If you are still watching, thank you for your attention. If you found value in this content and want more, please consider subscribing. Your support means everything. Share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.